I'm Daphne Chronopoulou. I come from Greece, from Pyrnaps, and I am the chairperson of EuroNPUD, the European Network of People Who Use Drugs. We want to introduce you to the COVID-19 Advice for People Who Use Drugs leaflet, which we produced with our global network INPUD. And I pass you to Judy to talk about it.
Thanks, Daphne. Hi, I'm Judy Cheng. I'm the Executive Director of the International Network of People Who Use Drugs. So when COVID hit, we knew as a global community and as peers that people who use drugs would be hardest hit. And very early on, two long-standing members of our community, drug user activists, Dr. Russell Newcomb and Cheryl White, they really acted very quickly in issuing 13-point guidance to people who use drugs and provided information on how people who use drugs could protect themselves and still be able to get what they need, and how to advocate for harm reduction services. So basically from this guidance, we took this to the UN level and pressed them to take on a lot of this advice and incorporate this advice into an infographic, because we knew that member states and harm reduction programs would listen to the UN more when that is issued. So I'll just pass you on to Matt Southwell, who will discuss how this guidance then from the UN was used at the grassroots level.
Thank you, Judy. So my name is Matt Southwell. I'm the project executive of the European Network of People Who Use Drugs. And we saw the gap in the market as being getting information onto the streets in terms of reaching active drug users. We wanted to move very fast, and we also wanted to respond in multiple languages, given the range of languages spoken across Europe. We also wanted to help tailor the local information in each of the leaflets so it was specific to the country and supporting drug users to find services in their local context. And right now we have produced the leaflet in 20 different languages. And let me pass to Daphne, who will tell you about the local development process.
Thank you, Matt. We tried to make it tailored to the local context, because there are so many differences in our local regional groups, and we wanted it to be very useful and to make harm reduction approachable. So we left a little box at the underneath where people can, every group can add their information, telephones, places where people can ask for help. Also, we made it black and white, so it's printable very easily and inexpensive. And we tried very hard to make it very easy to be used by local networks. One of those networks that really can show us how it worked is the Pyrnaps, the Greek network, because in Greece is very tough. Here we see Christos in the streets of Athens. Greece has very tough quarantine. And this means that the streets are empty, there are no shops, there is no restaurants, there is nobody in the streets, but there is a whole community of people who go to the center to score, people who are considered, there are some people who are immigrants and they are homeless, but there are many people who are considered roofless because they go to town to score and they stay there to to socialize and go back after many hours. So those people are roaming in the streets. They had no idea about prevention. They circulated conspiracy theories, and it was there are not many drugs, no methadone in the streets. So the work that Christos did, who translated it to Greek, and he and circulates it in Greek and English in the streets has made a great difference, I believe. And now I'm passing it to Jake to talk about.
My name is Jake Agliata, and I am the Policy and Communications Officer with INPUD. I want to show you where you can access the leaflet and all the translations and local versions available online, and also how you can share the leaflet online with some of your peers and community members. So, first thing you want to do is go to the INPUD website, which when you go there, you'll see that we have a graphic right on the front page directing you to our page with all of the resources we have compiled for people who use drugs during the COVID-19 crisis. When you go to this page, you'll see that right at the top here, we have a link to where you can start to access the leaflets. When you click this link, you'll be directed to our other page right here, where you can see a bit more information about the development of the leaflets, what they cover, and links to a Dropbox folder where you can access all copies of the leaflets and all relevant translations. You can access that folder by either clicking the picture of the leaflets right here or the link in bold right here. The Dropbox folder looks like this. You'll see that we have all the versions of the leaflet here and all the languages we have them translated to available for download both as a JPEG and a PDF file, whichever will work best for you. You'll also see that at the bottom here, we have a link to a Facebook cover photo, which we have developed to share on social media if you would like to share the link to the leaflet with other people. The link that we've included right here on the cover photo will direct you right to the Dropbox folder that I just showed you where you can access all the translations and local versions of the leaflet. We'll be updating this Dropbox folder as whenever we get more versions of the leaflet available and keep it up to date with all the most relevant information we have.